my YouTubers out there, this is your cameraman, Daniel Drusky, for this new update video for June 8, 2023. And here's like a little serious update. Since Tuesday, we've been having all kinds like the red fires lately. I mean, like smoke coming from all the way from Canada into like North America. And right now in New York City, it's really bad because the sky is actually turning so smoky, and the skies I saw yesterday here in Pennsylvania is turning to pink. Oh my God! And I had to wear a mask when I had to go out to break some chains or something like that. Yep. And these are the things I got yesterday during all that cloud storm. And this June usually you're supposed to get hot, but this week it's been so kind of cool. And today's in the upper 60s, near the low 70s, as long as it's not upper 80s. That's really hot. And I do want to go to Knoxville today, but we have to wait until further notice till the thing ends. And that's how they closed down public schools today, even in New York, because of the storm, because of the bad air situation quality. Yep. So let's begin with some things I got when I was in the thrift store yesterday. I think I had like a gold one. Let's start with some VHS tapes, like the East Side Kids, The Pride of the Bowery. It has with Leo Gorski, and I know it has no Hunt Hall in it. This is the 1985 release from the Expelled ALP HA video distributor. And I checked this tape out, and this is the 1988 reprint of this from the Great Films Classic series. Got it from Older Video Distributor. I think it's in '91. Recorded it right on EP, but the one I used to have on VHS recorded on the SP when I got it from when Palmer West Coast Video and Bay Terrace was going out of business way back in 2001. And here's the Best of Benny Hill, Volume 1. Originally, I have the 4 EMI video. This is the HBO video reissue in 1987. This is an ex-Blockbuster video rental. I'll show you what the tape looks like. Yep. Here's its tape itself, what it looks like. And here's the print. They printed it on October 17th, 1988. My dad likes Benny Hill so much. And here's the RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video VHS of Lumbada. Lumbada was made in 1987. And this is the next Blockbuster video rental. And I'll be selling that with the other Columbia VHS tapes. Here's what this tape looks like. Maybe it's a late 80s reprint. This tape was printed on, let me see the dates. It was printed on November 23rd, 1988. There's got to be a reprint. This tape was printed on the 48th week of 1988. And I got some other ones. I got it from the thrift store yesterday at the Goodwill. Some I got it from Salvation Army. There's the Berenstain Bears and the Dinosaurs. A small paperback book released in Random House Publishing Company in 1984 by Stan and Jan Bernstein. There's Brother Bears obsessed with dinosaurs. Then he's been having bad dreams about dinosaurs. Oh my God. And here's the first season of the Green Acres TV show. Eddie Albert and Eva Gabor. My dad loved this show. Da-da-da-da-da, bum-bum, da-da-da-da-da. and only has like, it's only 13 hours and 40 minutes, especially for a lot of episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, about 32 episodes of the Green Acres. 32 complete episodes in season 1. And that's not all. Like, something to show you what this thing looks like. Yep. And this is from MGM DVD, released in 2004. This is like almost like 40th anniversary of the Green Acres. Da-da-da-da-da, bum-bum, da-da-da-da-da, bum-bum. I like this show. This DVD set came out in 2004 by MGM DVD. I'm glad I got this. And I do like the Green Acres TV show. And here's a Disney movie I got on DVD, North Avenue Regulars. That stars of Cloris Leachman, Patsy Kelly, Barbara Hershey, and Edward Herrmann. And I have North Avenue Regulars on VHS, part of the Disney Neon Mickey tape series. And this DVD was from, it's gotta be from 2004 release. And I like North Avenue Regulars. Released in 1979. Produced by Ron Miller. And here's like the vintage vinyl, small 45 vinyl. That is the Glenn Miller's song, yep. Moonlight Serenade, In the Mood, Tuxedo Junction, and Spring of Pearls. Yep, and I do like Glenn Miller. This record came out in 1956, 12 years after his death in 1944. I'll show you what this record looks like. It's pretty rare, and it's a little collectible. The Glenn Miller Play selection from the Glenn Miller Story. That was stars with Jimmy Stewart and June Allison. And here's the Louis Prima record, like, that is the wildest. Nothing Too Good for My Baby. The Lips, Jump, Jive, and Born a Baller. I can't pronounce it. And I like Louis Prima, the guy who does the voice of King Louie in Disney's Jungle Book. This record was going to be published in the late 50s and early 60s when Louis Prima teamed up with Kelly Smith during the 1950s. That was released in Capitol Records. And I got some Laserdisc I got when I was in the thrift store. Here's Frank Capra Classic, It's a Wonderful Life. On the previous update, I showed you the DVD of It's a Wonderful Life. I got it like weeks ago when I was in a Goodwill thrift store. May 1946, stars with Jimmy Stewart, Donna Reed, Ronald Barrymore, Thomas Mitchell, Henry Travis, Will Bond, and Frank Fallon. This is the original uncut version. It's a Wonderful Life, it's a classic. These are all the casts were from this movie. Yeah. God, I do like Frank Fallon. Ernie the Cab Driver. I just saw Frank Fallon in the Bob Hope movie last week when I was watching Road to Rio from the Bob Hope VHS collection. And this Laserdisc came out in 1988 by the Republic Home Video. Yep. Frank Capra was the one who made Arsenic and Old Lace. Hold on a second. I'll show you what these Laserdisc looks like. Now it's getting to the complete cloudy. Here's side 1, here's side 2, and here's side 3. And I do have, this is not a colorized version of It's a Wonderful Life. It's a really great movie. And here's the, something I always wanted to get on Laserdisc. That is the CAV format of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. But when you press pause in the slow motion version, yep. This is the long version, yep. Side 1, side 2, side 3, yep. And it's in a CLV. No, maybe something else. CLV, CAV. I can't pronounce it. This is it was released from Paramount in 1986. Same time it was out on VHS and Beta of the second Indiana Jones movie. And I do have Raiders of the Lost Ark on Laserdisc, the widescreen edition. And they're coming out with this new Indiana Jones movie. Just like back in 2008 when they made the fourth one. But I like the third one better because of that with Sean Connery. Here's what this Laserdisc looks like. This is not a CLV. This is the this is a CLV, not CAV. That with the pausing, no. This is just without the pausing. God, I like collecting Laserdiscs. It only cost only about $2.99 when I was in the Salvation Army. Here's Disney's Escape to Rich Mountain, part of the Walt Disney Studio Film Collection series that has with the villains like Ray Milland and Donald Pleasant and Eddie Albert from the Green Acres TV show. This is the newly restored and remastered, the theatrical cut. Like that marionette scene was actually cut out from Escape to Rich Mountain. The one I have on VHS in 1980. I think I showed you that in my previous update video. Yep. Bands of the Puppets was cut out in the early 1980s Neon Mickey VHS of Escape to Rich Mountain. And there was a sequel, Return to Rich Mountain, in 1978 with Betty Davis and Christopher Lee. This is part of the Walt Disney Studio Collection live action. And this is produced by Ron Miller. Yeah. I know my Disney movies from the 70s were actually produced by Ron Miller. I got into that since earlier this year, like Disney live action movies research. When I had to watch one of the Herbie the Love Bug movies, Pete's Dragon, and even the Dexter Riley movies. God, I do like Dexter Riley. Kurt Russell, Joe Flynn, Cesar Romero. And here's the 20th Century Fox video Laserdisc release of Charlie. I can't pronounce the name. Charlie, yep, that was made in 1967. That stars with Cliff Robinson. Yeah, and Dick Van Patten's in it too. This is the Holy Grail Laserdisc that was released in 1982. It's also out at the same time as on VHS, Beta, and CED. Here's what this Laserdisc looked like of Charlie, spelled C-H-A-R-L-Y. I can't pronounce it. And it's a rated PG, this movie from 1967. I thought it was in 1979. And also I got some CEDs when I was in the Goodwill yesterday. Let's start with this spectacular comedy classic of Arsenic and Old Lace. Starring with Cary Grant, Raymond Mossy, Peter Lorre, Josephine Hall, James Gleason, Patricia Wayne, and Jack Carson, and Edward Heather Holton. This is a great movie, and I think I showed you that on my previous update when I have it on VHS. This is the CED from 1982 by 20th Century Fox Video. And here's the Holy Grail, please. CED is Running Brave, that's with Robbie Benson. I have that on one of the Disney VHS tapes from the early 80s. And Robbie Benson was only 27 at the time when he did this back in 1983. This is got to be an 83 release. Got to be from Buena Vista. And here's the Cotton Club, double length. The stars of Richard Gere, Gregory Hines, and Bob Hoskins. And this movie was released in Embassy Home Entertainment in 1985. And I also have this on VHS for the Cotton Club when they put it in Macrovision. Here's what this CED looks like of the Cotton Club. I can't wait to get that CED disc player soon. I can watch all my movies on CED. And I gotta worry about the needle. And here's Dr. Strangelove from 1964, Stanley Kubrick's movie. Peter Sellers, Dorsey Scott, Sterling Hayden, Slim Pickens, and Keenan Wynn. I think I showed you the Dr. Strangelove part of the Columbia Pictures VHS tape. I showed you that sometimes last year. And this is an early 1983 CED, same time was out on VHS and Beta for Dr. Strangelove. And last but not least, before we close this new update, here's Never Cry Wolf, starring with Charles Martin Smith, Academy Award nominee for Best Sound in 1983. This is the Walt Disney Home Video release. Gotta be around 1984 for Never Cry Wolf, one of the 10 best films of the year by Newsweek. Also, this film co-stars with Brian Denningham, best known for those FX movies, and The First Blood Rainbow. Charles Martin Smith was in a couple of Disney films, that is, No Deposit, No Return, and Herbie Goes Bananas. And he was even in American Graffiti in 1973 or 72. So that wraps up for this new update video for June 8, 2023. And I'll see you again next time, and I give you more updates. And if we're ever going to get through with this, with this smoky air, with this bad condition. And I'll see you again next time, and I give you more updates. And please comment or subscribe or ring the bell if you like this video or not. And in the meantime, your cameraman, Daniel Dusky, signing off, and I'll see you again next time. And if I'm not there, I wish everybody out there, wish your fathers happy Father's Day. Later, folks. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Enjoy this new update video.